Well, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday at a rally, Kamala Harris said something that I would imagine is going to be used in Donald Trump's ads here as we reach the final weeks of this election. We've got Kamala Harris telling a man who said Jesus is Lord. Now, to give context to this, Kamala Harris was talking about Roe v. Wade, abortion, everything like that. And then a dude shouted out, Jesus is Lord, kind of right in the middle of her spiel about abortion and women's rights, things like that. And it was during the rally. He was in the rally, and Kamala said, kind of under, not under her breath, but like as a reaction to what he said, because everyone in the rally and at the event had heard it, she said, I think you're at the wrong rally. So obviously that gets interpreted one way. And the thing is that liberals have to understand this is a Christian country. We are. I know they're trying to change that with immigration and everything, but it is still a Christian country. And the idea that you would say this, which basically indicates you're not welcoming Christians, is pretty remarkable. Now, obviously, Kamala and her people will say, well, the context of it is it was an abortion discussion. When you say something like Jesus is Lord in the context of it, it's different. But the way that it sounds, saying Jesus is Lord, and then Kamala Harris saying you're at the wrong rally, and then the crowd like laughing and endorsing what Kamala Harris had just said, it really speaks to the lack and oh my God, the numbers that I saw. I wish I could find a poll. When you look at atheists in America, Kamala Harris is winning atheists in America by 67 points from what I saw. Now, that was a poll a while ago, but they don't really poll, what religion you are. Donald Trump is winning every single religion in the country when you look at popular vote numbers, just who do you support, Trump or Harris? And then Harris is winning atheists by 67 points. It truly is remarkable. And I think we all can agree, this is a Christian country, but no matter what religion you have, with religion, there's this kind of inherent system that you have to follow. And normally you're going to be a better person if you follow this system and if you are religious. And of course, there's the exceptions to the rule, and they always point those out with the Catholic Church to try and diminish religion. But in general, if you're scared about the afterlife, that's meant to help you and make you act better in the real world. If you have none of that, if you're totally disconnected, you're more likely to be a bad person because you've got no system that judges you, and you've got nothing to be scared of if you are a bad person. And this is all just very common sense stuff. So Kamala Harris coming out and saying, oh, you're at the wrong rally, basically making fun of Christians. Yeah, Trump's going to have to use that. And by the way, that clip needs to be isolated, and the laughter after Kamala Harris saying that with all the Harris supporters laughing at that needs to be shown, and that needs to be in Donald Trump's ads. It's the dude saying, as Kamala Harris is in her speech about abortion, he says, Jesus is Lord. Everyone can hear it. And then she says, I think you're at the wrong rally. And then there's all this laughter and applause. You need to isolate that. You need to show everyone this is what this woman thinks. And this is what listen, to be fair to her, yes, they are the party of atheism. They're winning atheists by 67 points. Absolutely. Donald Trump wins every religion. She's embracing it. Of course, to be honest, it is a context thing. She's talking about abortion. And so she's probably thinking the person is just trying to rile her up. And, so she says that, but it comes off terribly. And apparently this is going viral. It was posted by prominent Christian pages and has over 1.2 million followers. So that really is remarkable. Listen, and that's probably going to be used in ads against her. Isolate the footage, get her saying it, because if there were a few clips where you could clearly hear it by people at the event filming it, the Jesus is Lord, and then her saying, you're at the wrong rally. Oh, I guess Christians are not welcomed at Kamala Harris's rallies when you say Jesus is Lord, and then yeah, you're at the wrong rally. And then all the atheists around clapping. This is not America. This is absurd. This woman's not winning. It's ridiculous. You've also got Mark Cuban coming out and talking about poly market. So here's the new liberal cope. And by the way, I'll get into it, but Mark Cuban says, you can't be a U.S. citizen and bet on the U.S. election on poly market. Yeah, Mark Cuban, the multi-billionaire, doesn't know what a VPN is. That's real believable. And then David Hogg, quote, the irony of all of this is that there are a lot of these Republicans that are buying it, thinking that it's going to determine the outcome of the election. They're just gaslighting themselves. Well, David, you're like 17 years old. Let me give you some advice. Go look up Gallup Party ID. There's your death blow, but they won't do that. They never talk about the Gallup ID. and just how ridiculous it is and how accurate it's been in recent elections and how it's got Republicans +2, +3. It's a guarantee victory if Trump wins the popular vote by 2 or 3. And so, by the way, it's not just Polymarket. Polymarket is actually at 57. I guess the last time they updated it, 58, 60, 60, 58. Where's liberal Predict It? I think Predict It has swung to Trump as well. So it's not just that. They act like, see, look at this. This is all of them combined. Trump is sitting +13, +14. And then their excuse is, oh, it's just Republican degens. They're the ones shifting it. Well, then why was Kamala Harris up by 6 points a month ago? These are based off of the polls. Okay, and the polls are saying Trump's going to win, and so the betting reflects off of the polls. If it's just Republican degens betting, wait, hold on. Let's take a look at the 2020 odds. Oh, was Joe Biden up by 30% or 30 points? Yeah, they're all those Republicans, they're manipulating Trump odds. Oh, God. I don't even think I have Polymarket on here. Yeah, they don't. But still, I mean, listen, it's all of the sports books saying that Trump's the favorite by like 10, 15 points. They're using Polymarket as like, oh, it's the only all-encompassing one. No, there's many of them that where you're allowed to bet on the election, and they all say basically the same thing. It's not like you've got all these sports books that have Harris the favorite by 10 points, and then just Polymarket has Trump up by 10. No, it's all the same. Actually, Polymarket, there were other books that have Trump up by more than Polymarket does. So they've got this paper tiger in Polymarket, and they're trying to manipulate people and not give them the full story on presidential election betting when every book agrees that Trump is the favorite, and even Real Clear Politics, their numbers agree that Trump is the favorite when you look at the aggregate, and then they've even got an excuse for that. The only thing I haven't heard an excuse, because they say, well, it's just all these Republican pollsters mucking up the polls and having Trump lead, and that affects the betting. But what about the Gallup Party ID? Don't have an answer for that one, do you? And so they'll just say, oh, it's wrong. See, this is what happens. You start flailing. When you're going to lose, you flail, you make things up, and that's exactly what they're doing. And you can see Mark Cuban now with the grandma glasses trying to seem very... Mark Cuban is really slow. He's slow rolling his 2028 run, and he's really just using Kamala Harris, and it's very sad, but that's what he's doing. He knows she's... Well, I'm not going to say that because that's what liberals do. They'll gaslight, and it's just like when liberals say, Trump knew he lost, and it's just, that's what they do. So I'm not going to do that. But I think Cuban knows Harris probably has a lower chance of winning, and it's more so where Cuban can get out with his grandma glasses and see, let's see how likable I am with this liberal base, because he's been pandering to them. Cuban's really embraced, and this whole thing goes back to Elon Musk and Trump, but really it's an Elon Musk thing. He's very jealous of Elon Musk. He's jealous of the amount of power that Elon Musk has. He's jealous that Elon Musk is seen as the real-life Tony Stark, and he just bought X and has completely changed the ballgame. That's why Mark Cuban said, I want to buy Fox News. He wants to buy X from Elon. If he had the money, he said he would do it. He wants to run for president. The only reason he didn't was because he said his family didn't agree with it. And that's probably going to change because these guys, they've got so much ego. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need any money. He wants the power. So Cuban will be running in 2028 if Harris loses. And he's going around with the grandma glasses now, trying to seem non-threatening, saying, yeah, I'm a billionaire, but I created all the jobs and I'm the good billionaire and I'm transparent and I have all my tax returns and I pay billions of dollars. So does Elon Musk. Elon Musk showed he paid like $11-12 billion in taxes. But he really hates Elon Musk, and it's this obsession and this vendetta against Elon Musk. That's Cuban, and he's got the glasses and everything like that to try and counter it. I mean, there it is right there. There are the glasses. Unbelievable. There's Cuban and talking about Polymarket. Mark, it's not just Polymarket. Wait, Mark, do you know what Gallup Party idea is? You don't know what that is, do you? Mark, you're a lost cause. And then you've got David Hagg, who's like, oh my God, they're gaslighting themselves. I went to Harvard. They're gaslighting themselves. You went to Harvard, so you should be able to read a poll. Go read the Gallup Party ID. I don't think they don't even know what it is. They probably don't know what it is. We've also got, we've got more Pennsylvania returned ballot data. The Democrats, what is this? The top line, the Pennsylvania chase is working. Republicans are doubling 2020 numbers. Dems are seeing a drop-off. 2024 returns, Dems are sitting at 70%. Republicans are basically at 30%. And apparently, according to this, it's a toss-up if Republicans get 25%. It's a Trump win if Republicans get 30%. It's a Trump landslide if Republicans get 33%. Right now, they're at 29%, or basically 30%, and they're up 11%. Democrats are down 11%. relative to 2020. But again, it is hard because you're comparing it to 2020. 2020 was a completely different cycle with different variables, so it's tough to make a comparison there. But this is still good news. Republicans chipping away at these Pennsylvania numbers that Democrats have in terms of just the massive early vote mail-in advantage. Republicans had a lot of work going on in Pennsylvania. Trump's probably doing a rally tonight, or he is doing a rally. He might be doing it with Elon. We'll have to see. And this is really, really big stuff. So you do have, Republicans plus 90K ballots. We'll see. Pennsylvania is a huge state. Republicans are putting a lot of effort into it. Democrats obviously are putting a lot of effort into it. I know Harris was in Pennsylvania on Friday, but we will have to see. Either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.